What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to Subnautica. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while and continue to develop our lovely little base. So I went and grabbed some materials. We got a fabricator that's all ready to go right here on the wall. All right, so now we can craft stuff at our base if we need to. And that's probably a good thing because, like, we need, like, some food and water right now. So maybe, just maybe, I'm going to make a cooked bladderfish. It sounds a little bit like it would taste like shark to me. Like, we caught sharks a lot. When I was a kid, we used to go fishing in the ocean a lot. We catch sharks and we would eat them. But because they were, like, super, I don't know, they were very gristly. They were gristly. I don't know how to explain it other than that. Because they were, like, gristly, wasn't the best catch. And it usually wasn't the thing that you, like, wanted to eat. But, like, you know, meals of desperation, you know what I mean? If that's all you catch, that's all you catch. If you're planning on fish for dinner and you catch a couple sharks, well, that's that. I guess you have a shark for dinner. And so I feel like the bladderfish is probably going to be kind of like that. It's probably going to be gristly. It's probably going to be gross. But at the end of the day, don't really have an option. So we'll get down on it for right now. There's like a tree cave over here. I am slightly interested in the tree cave. You little bastard. He headbutted me. Why is everything always trying to headbutt me out here, man? It's like I've been transported to underwater Scotland. Everybody just wants to headbutt me. I don't understand why. I must have one of those faces. That must be what it is. I've just got one of those faces that says, headbutt me. I wish that I didn't, but we're born with what we're born with, man. I didn't get to make this choice. It says that there's an alien artifact down in there. I'm going to explore that today. We will look around, but I'm pretty sure we went down in there before, and really we pulled up like goose eggs, and there was like nothing. I would like to make a beacon and mark this base, too. Like, I think a beacon would help out with finding this place, especially since I'm not familiar with the map like in the first Subnautica. I know where everything is, like, at all times. I know exactly where I'm going. It's some of the more esoteric, like, endgame areas that I usually struggle to find for a couple minutes before, like, my memory snaps back in and I remember. But I think it's a good idea on a new map in a new place for us to maybe, you know, mark this with a beacon, possibly. What I used to really, really like in Subnautica is that your base would glitch out. Like, in some of the earlier Subnautica alphas, your base would glitch out and you could see your base from anywhere on the map. It was really, really great for navigating and figuring out where stuff is at. And let's get ourselves, like, rehydrated and refed and all that kind of good stuff. And then we'll start thinking about what else we want to do with the base so that just we have a place of comfort that we can fall back to if anything goes wrong. I'm going to cook up all this fish, though, because our hunger meter is kind of terrible right now. We'll start regenerating if we can get our hunger back up to a good level, but for the moment, little bit sketchy. So there we go. We'll eat a couple of these over here. Yup. That's the good stuff right there. And this should start to tick upwards on its own now that we have both of our meters filled, I think. Or at least I thought that's how it works, but it doesn't look like... There it goes. Little tiny uptick going on. I'll put you away, and let's grab the constructor real fast. I'd love to find a battery recharger or something. That would be, like, life-changingly awesome for me. Put in a wall locker right there so we can start storing up some goodies in the off chance that it becomes important. Perfect. I don't know if I got the spacing right on those. I mean, it's moderately annoying to look at, but I can rebuild it for free, so it's no huge hoo-ha. There we go. Still not perfect, but I can live with it. Still not perfect, but I can live with it. That's pretty much... I got a bunch of diamond while we were down in a cave, by the way, and some magnetite. The diamond's going to be useful, like, way later on in the game. You're not going to need the diamond for right now, so we'll just throw that in there. I do have fish around. I don't know if the fish rot. Like, I know that they rot, like, after the fact. Like, I know if you cook them, they'll rot, but I don't know if they just sit in your backpack if they'll rot or not. It's an interesting question. How hard is it going to be for me to build a beacon over here? Just as a personal question. So we got a floating air pump. Don't really need that. Beacon, where are you at? Deployables. Oh, cool. We can make a beacon right now. Nice. I don't know if I can put it inside the base, but I'm kind of thinking about doing that, just like sitting it in the corner and letting it be my little buddy. Yeah, it looks like I can't deploy it inside of the base, so I'll just put it by the front door. It'll be out. Dude, it's like dark out here. It's kind of spooky out here. I don't know if I like this. There you go. So we have our beacon. it should, yep, it creates like a little tracking point, and then what we can do with that is beacons are very, very useful. I highly recommend using beacons. If you're traveling around, keep 1 or 2 beacons with you, and if you find like interesting areas that you can't access yet, basically just put a beacon down, and then you can like rename it, you know, area I can't access 1, or like purple key 1, purple key 2. That way you're like actively marking areas where you can hang out. I do need to move stuff in between my other base and this base, but it's not intensely important right now. Like, I would like to do it, but meh, it can wait. So for now, I think as we get this sort of done and we've got ourselves established in this area, I think it's a good idea for us to go abroad as well and kind of like look at some of the new areas and see if there's anything like jumping out at us that we need to take care of. So I'm going to store up like metals and things like that inside of here. There we go. And you can actually rename these too by clicking on the center. We can go metal goods. There. Metal good. And then let's go see what's... Oh, we've only got 44% power left in this thing. Gross. Okay, well, I'm going to have to make another battery, I think. I don't think we're going to have too much of a choice right there. So let me... Well, we might make it. Alright, so we're back. I've got some stuff ready to go. I think we should go do some exploration. That's kind of what I'm leaning into right now. I think we could go look at the backside of the volcanic island and kind of see if there's anything out that way that's interested in murdering us. I think it'd be a decent plan. So let me get my beacons up and ready so that we can navigate properly. Need to go back to the cargo rocket, which is over there. And then once we arrive at that location, I think we'll dive down. We haven't checked any of the area behind it. And I am interested in what's back there, so let's go have a look, yeah? Okay, so back around in the volcanic zone. It's a little bit dark. It's a little bit terrifying. I'm a little bit suffocated right now. I don't really like navigating new areas when it's dark out, but I don't think we have much of a choice right now. It does look like this area extends out pretty far. Like, it looks like we've got a lot of open sea in that direction. And so hopefully we can find something useful out that way. Maybe, I mean, what I would like right now is maybe some sea moth blueprints. Maybe like anything that makes things a little bit easier on us, in all fairness, when it comes to travel. The sea moth is my dude. I love the sea moth. I like it better than the prawn suit. I love the sea moth. It's like one of my favorite things in the entire game. I love how customizable it is. I prefer it over the Cyclops. Like, it's just a really great piece of equipment for keeping yourself in one piece. Hey, we got the little mana dudes from the original Subnautica right here. I was wondering where they were at. It's good to see you, little pal. So what is this over here? We've got some kind of like dangling thing that's hanging down from the roof. Oh, really? We got gel sacks. That'll help us make aerogel. Nice. And rubies. Okay. Yeah, is there any more of it over here? This stuff is actually kind of like valuable. Like the aerogel and the rubies are like one of those rare things that's kind of hard to come across if you don't know where to look for them. And since we're on a new map, I'm going to go out on a limb and say we definitely don't know where to look for them. Oh my god, I'm so happy that the color palette changed. It was kind of dark down in here, man. I couldn't see where the damn... What's this area? I don't see anything too gnarly over here. Got like a busted tree. I don't see any technology laying around. But then again, I think I'm going to have to dive back down a little bit heavier in earnest to figure it out. I also don't see anything in here that's like a Titan class or anything else like that. One of the bigger critters. So I think we should be okay. Let's go back up to the surface real fast. I'll get some oxygen up and we'll dedicate to like a real dive in just a minute. I'm going to swap out the battery too because I feel like our juice is getting a little bit low. And I'd rather not take chances. If we end up in like a gnarly chase where something's trying to eat us. Is that a reef over here? Oh, it is. It's like a little mushroom reef. Cool. They're like giant lily pads. Dope. Alright. Well, let's dive back down on in. We'll see what we can find around here. What are these little things over here? Are they anything? No. Okay, they stood out. They were brightly colorful compared to the rest of the environment. So I thought maybe there'd be something cool down in here. What's down this way? We've got the rebreathers, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about diving down deep. But this looks like the location we definitely want to go to if we're trying to get aerogel. Or we're trying to get, what is that, magnetite? Quartz, okay. What's down this way? Rebreather, I think, only will take us down to 300. Oh, look, there's a mushroom biome down here. Didn't really expect that. What's this cube? a lily pad resource. Okay. I'm assuming that we are firmly in the realm of things that do not exist in Subnautica right now. This stuff hasn't been, like, firmly finished. But we are draining out oxygen really quickly down here. So I don't think we're going to be able to stay for long. Best bet, if we really want to explore this location, is to find our way back with a sea moth or something like that. What is that? A table coral? Alright. Things are levitating and floating. I think we're, like, off the grid right now into locations where we're not supposed to be. Or at least, like, locations that are not quite finished yet. We might actually not make this. This is a pretty long swim with 45 seconds of oxygen left. We really should not be doing this area with a sea glide. What I'll do is I'll probably cut off the cargo rockets back that way, so I'll probably cut off in that direction and see what we find. Although I like the idea of having, like, these little islands suspended. They played around with this idea in the first game, where there was, like, an area where it was all floating islands and whatnot, and it was caused by, I think, the gravitational drive of a crashing ship or something like that. Let's go this way. I don't inherently love the idea of this kind of, like, blank color palette right now where I can't see. Oh my god, what is that? Dude, that's one of the psychic reapers over there. Yeah, dude, that's one of the psychic ones. I wonder if it's friendly or if it's a dick. The one in the first game was friendly. I feel much less positive about this one. Dude, that's a big critter. Oof, that silence is unnerving. That's real unnerving. We got an ice flow over here. Dude, I got this horrible feeling that I'm going to look down beneath me. And there's going to be one underneath me. And, like, to my mind, that's the most horrifying thing ever in open water. Is just the thought that there's something large underneath you that you can't see, but it can definitely see you. I don't like open water. This is why I've been, like, lobbying heavily for us to have, like, some kind of submarine before we go further out this way. Like, just some level of protection around us so that if we get hit, it's not an instant death. So it's over there. What's over this way? Let's go look. I don't see tentacles or anything else. Looks like maybe another island, possibly. Maybe just an iceberg. The hell is that thing? That's new. What are you? A whale? Looks like a pod of whales. I wonder if they're hostile. Let's go look. Yeah, dude, we found whales. Cool. I mean, he doesn't look that hostile. Like, he's not actively trying to murder me or anything, so... I don't know. Will it hurt me if I sit under his fin? No. Okay, because that's one of the big dangers when you're swimming with whales, is that they'll accidentally hit you with their fins, and they don't mean to. It's just that, like, you know, they're a giant gazillion-pound creature. There's shadows on the bottom of the ocean. It's a little creepy. Not like crazy. Oh, there's more of them over here. Oh, wow. That's wild. What are they doing? They're all like swimming the same direction upwards. Odd. Like, I wonder if this is just like a little tester area for the alpha where they're just playing around with the AI of the new creature and just let them kind of float around, you know what I mean? I do want to dive down deeper, but our oxygen supply is such that it's making it real difficult. If we're not able to get the sea moth in this playthrough, I may actually just spawn one to make exploring easier. Make things simpler. Oh, there's a little underwater base over here. Or I guess like a loading dock or something. Let's go have a look at it. Maybe there'll be technology or something. Dude, it's like super dark down here. It's throwing me off. Yeah, this is obviously going to be a spot where later on, when the game is more developed, you're going to be able to pick up technology right here. Oddly enough, I feel a lot better if the whales are here. Like, I don't feel safe if the whales aren't around, but if the whales are around, I don't feel that creeped out. Like, I feel like we're probably going to be okay. If, like, the whales can be around here, we can probably be around here. Got dark quick, didn't it? Damn. What's this? A deep Arctic resource. Are those actually going in my inventory? Yeah, they're just like unmarked resources for right now. So like we're definitely in like the area where the game hasn't been kind of like messed with it all yet. They're kind of just like putting placeholders in. Wild. Super, super wild. Hell yeah, I want another deep Arctic resource. Let's get it. Oh, we got 45 seconds left. I should probably go back to the surface. I'm kind of thinking that we're like out of content for right now. Like there may be other stuff around, but at this point, I'm going to have to like swim around for a little bit and figure out where it's at. Just so I can show you in like short little previews or something. Because right now, I mean, aside from the whales and whatnot, I don't see a whole lot of other stuff going on. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for Subnautica. I think we've kind of run our course on this front. I may look around the map a little bit further, and if I find anything interesting, I'll come back and hit you with it. But for right now, it just seems like there's blank zones. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for stopping on by, and hi-do, everybody.